we're back with our favorite segment, Say What?
Say what?
And we're talking about hot topics here. Next one is number 3, and we are talking about affordable health care, right? So a touchy topic. Politicians are all over this one. There was a meeting, Senator Baldwin had a meeting talking about how she's convincing Republicans to join her side on affordable health care. So let's see the feedback from that, from Susan. If they do not extend the tax credits, the amount of small businesses closings will be tremendous. And then Joe wrote, find solutions and incentives to actually lower the cost. Don't simply give my tax dollars to someone else so their cost is less. This is only a bandage and not addressing the issue. So both sides there, I can see both sides too, but do either of you have an opinion on this topic?
Tax credits for businesses. Tax credits for businesses usually stimulate economic growth if done properly.
Yeah.
So I am a...
Yeah, and you would know because, you know, you see this every day in Minocqua, right?
Right.
Agnes, your opinion?
I agree with Sherry because, you know, especially in a small community, like to help the businesses out as well. Like I think that tax credits would do good work for that in that line of work.
All right, good answers, ladies. Thank you very much. Moving on here, number 4, if we can. We are talking about the EPA is now opening up comments on rescinding climate regulation laws. Okay, so a hot topic. We're in the Northwoods. Of course, the environment's a big story here, right? David wrote, for once implore the practical and not the insane. That was the original intention of the EPA, to clean up our past mistakes while preventing new ones. Okay, that's David. Then Adam wrote, let's worry about the logging industry that undergoes the biggest hit instead of worrying about everyone's hobbies first. Wow, okay, so logging brought it local, right?
Right.
EPA, the second letter in their word is protection, right? So, okay, so rescinding climate regulation laws, do you have an opinion?
I do, actually.
Okay.
I think some might have gone a little too far too quickly. And I think some of them should be rolled back a little bit. But protection is the name.
And that was the charter of the thing, right? The protection agency is just that, right? There has to be some limits on something, otherwise it gets exploited. Okay.
No, I agree with that too. Protection goes a long way as well. So it's best to have it protected as much as you can.
Okay, let's go to number 5.
I
You
know,
guys are good. Number 5 here, record turnout for Northwoods Honor Flight Poker Run. Bob wrote, a wonderful time with family, friends, and veterans getting together and helping in funding the upcoming Northwoods Honor Flights, right? And then Al wrote, our deepest gratitude to all veterans who've selfishly served our nation. We're humbled to be able to give back in some small way. We're talking veterans. We love veterans.
Where's the debate? Where's
no debate at all. And this is one of those gratitude, and every single response on the story was one of thank you, veterans. Thank you, veterans.
Yes.
That's it.
Right? You all agree?
I agree.
I'll agree.
Of course I agree.
Okay, very good.
Go vets.
All right, number 6 here, Jordan, if you could. Arborvitae zoning change request withdrawn after backlash from nearby residents. Okay, Liz wrote, so glad the residents surrounding this property were heard. And Janice wrote, thank you, WJFW, for covering this. So this is a classic example of a story that you bring the sunshine to it, right? Some light on it. And there was a lot of reaction. And so that was some of it there. But what do you think about residents being heard and actually change happening because of it?
You just said it. You know, you brought light to a subject that others might not necessarily have learned about. And apparently, you don't get people talking too much unless they really care about a subject, right?
Right.
So they spoke up, they cared, the changes happened.
Agnes,
I
real quick?
completely agree, yes, I do. And especially because once you get so many people together, it can really make an impact to make changes happen as well. Sometimes it's hard for one person to speak up.
That's our
Sherry?
democracy in action.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you. We'll be right back after this break. It's scary, isn't it? Thank you.